So we have a question about deafness and blindness. Someone that suffering from not hearing well, not seeing well. So what can be the reason for that, and how a person like that should look at it? Um, so there's obviously, like anything else, there's different ways how to relate to any situation in our life. So you could look at it as any other suffering, affliction, which is, kaparat avonot. We did sins in this life and previous life, and we have to pay for that. And that's and Hashem is kind with us that instead of that we will suffer in the world to come. So we have the opportunity to finish all of those different things in this world, and to come to the next world clean and ready to go to a higher level. So that's a general approach for any kind of suffering that we don't have a better way to explain. So we can always go to this default answer. Fine. But I want to propose something that is deeper and more optimistic view on those specific ones. So it's related, by the way, with the story of Rav Nachman in Breslev that is in the there's a book of stories, Sipurim Asiyot. So in the last one, I believe, is the story of the they call it the 7 beggars, Shiva Kabtzanim. So one of them was blind, one of them was deaf, and each one of them had like a different what we call today a disability. And when they tell their story, so obviously, like any other story of Rav Nachman in Breslev, you can like give the like different interpretation with it. But for me, the main message is that the disability within the physical opens up a window of opportunity within the spiritual. Okay, and I think that this is a very good and optimistic way to look on all kinds of disabilities, and specifically those ones that we mentioned, blindness and deafness. So, for example, for me, when I'm teaching like the meditations, Kabbalistic meditations, so most of the times I'm telling the people, as first step, close your eyes. Why is that? Because when our eyes are open, it's very hard to disconnect and let go the physical sight that is pulling our being after it. Okay? Chazal says, the ayn ro'ah v'alev homed. The eye sees and the heart desires. Right? So we understand usually as for things that are like all kinds of desires, but it can be anything. Yeah, it can be something that is not a negative desire, just whatever. I look on those books and I have the desire to learn them now. So I can't like open all those books at once, like to read everything at once, but the desire is there, and so on and so forth. Different people have different desires. Point of the matter is that when you close your eyes, or someone that doesn't need to close his eyes, that his eyes is closed, there is a benefit of that it's easier for him to connect to his inner being. So can be in a constant state of meditation, basically. Okay. One of the biggest mekubalim that there were in the history of the Jewish people, his name was Rav Yitzchak Sagi Nahor. Sagi Nahor is the word that the sages are using to describe a blind man. And what is the literal meaning of the word Sagi Nahor? Nahor is light. Sagi is a lot. So a lot of light. Someone that is blind, the way that we call him in the Torah, in the Gemara, is Sagi Nahor. You have a lot of light, this person. So most of the people, they take it as something that is like you want to say something about someone and you're using like the opposite, like sarcasm. Some people, they look at it like they call like Lashon Sagi Nahor. This person is very rich, and I mean to say that he's very poor. Or this man is very poor, and I mean to say that he's very rich. So like this kind of language, many people, they call that Lashon Sagi Nahor, on that name, that they call like a blind man a lot of light. But you can look at it and say, no, Chazal didn't mean sarcasm. They meant to tell us that a blind man, he have a lot of light, meaning we all have the light, but someone that is opening his eyes all the time, so he's not connecting to his inner light. He is all the time is after like the external, like whatever world that is around him. Someone that is blind doesn't have that challenge to disconnect himself from whatever is around him, and is by default is forced to be connected to his inner being. And the same thing about death. Yeah, someone that is deaf, so is open to hear something else, not the physical sounds that are surrounding us or this physical world. Is able to hear something else. Obviously, not anyone that is blind and deaf, that's what they will experience. It takes work, takes some like devotion to serve Hashem and to connect to Hashem and to grow within the spiritual elevation and to meditate and so on. But the potential is there. The window of opportunity is there. So I would take that as a message for someone that you have like problems in his ears or in his eyes, that Hashem is telling him, like, don't be so excited about the physical world around you. You have something better to offer you. You have to invest your strength in whatever is the window of opportunity that Hashem is giving you. Zohar Hashem. Hashem will help all of us to do the right decision and to invest our time and strength in the right places. Baruch Hashem. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen v'amen.